The Pete and Sebastian Show.
Check, check, check.
Check.
Might as well do a check on your mic, Sebastian, if you want.
Check 1, 2. Whoa.
Perfect.
Okay, now I am. Thanks.
Yes.
It worked. Turn it on, turn it off. Good call, Looby Loo.
Uh-huh.
Nice house.
You're going to have to turn the first button down.
All right, with your buttons. Here we go.
What, do you do other podcasts during the week where you're... I don't understand how this shit... Do you adjust the volume?
I'll tell you, yes. He
week?
thinks he's turning his headphones down and he's turning down the actual feed to us, and that's what fucks with it.
Hold on. Mic level is what you want me to touch.
There's 3 buttons. The left one is the one that turns you down, that stops you from distorting.
No, but we go through this every week, and I'm wondering, like on Sunday...
Yeah.
On Sunday, does Pete just go over to his device and play with the knobs?
Well, I can answer. I'm here, by the way. So, you stop mentioning me in the third person.
We started a conversation that you just walked in on.
I pack it in. I got to put it in a stupid beach bag, canvas bag I carry this thing in because I don't know where I'm ever going to be.
Wait,
Yeah.
can we just start recording? I'm sorry.
I've been recording. Don't worry.
Yeah.
A beach bag. They
Yeah,
give you a beautiful case with cushions, so none of the knobs get touched, and you're walking around with this thing in a bag that you put sandcastle equipment in.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on. It's a towel beach bag, first of all. Second of all, we've both seen that case, man. It looks like you're walking around with a film projector from 1975. Like the teacher's going to come in and put on old Willy Wonka on the double reel or something. So we'll get into your magazine spread in a second, Sebastian. But when we finished the cast last week, DJ Lou walking home to the bus, or is that what you do, Lou, or do you drive?
Yeah, I walked to Port Authority.
Walking on his way to Port Authority, he saw his Jesus.
Bro Jam.
Yes, and more specifically, the main God. The only God. Who does Pearl Jam? Does anyone care about the jam part? Just the Pearl. Just Ed.
Yeah, nobody else cares.
What happened?
I walked past Broadway on my way. I cut through Broadway, and I ran right into Eddie Vedder. The lead
By
singer.
himself?
He was surrounded by a bunch of guys getting autographs and photos, but I was like closest I've ever been to him, like 4 feet away, and I didn't want to bother him, so I just took a few pictures and I split. But he was right in front of me. He was like my Elvis was standing there.
You didn't want to bother him, so you just flashed a couple photos in his face.
Yeah, he didn't see me do that. I mean, like there was so many like fat guys in front. All these guys are so overweight. I just was like, he doesn't need another one. I didn't want to bother him.
Lou, I thought this would have been you would have said, Eddie.
What do you say to your hero? What do you say? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I thought for sure you would have had a photo, a selfie, something with him. This is your moment.
I froze. Admittingly, I froze because I didn't expect it. But also, I could feel the vibe of the situation, and I knew just to let him be in his natural habitat and let him go.
Oh, like you're at the zoo. Let the lion roam. Listen, I feel like I sensed something here. And correct me if I'm wrong, Lou, because I've been in this situation where I could have met Billy Joel at one point earlier. Did you feel, through all your years and your unbelievable love for this man, that there in that moment, it just, you were like, not here, not like this?
Yes. His wife had brushed up against me getting into the car, into her SUV, and I was already too close. I froze partly, but I also just read the situation.
And I respect that. I really do. Because look, between all the stuff you're doing, let alone doing our show here, I know, you're doing all these other great shows at Sirius and you're part of so many other things. Eventually, at some point, you're going to be at something where you and Eddie are just going to end up be smoking a butt outside at the same time at the same event, and it'll be organic.
That's it. Thank you. Yes, that's it.
Wow.
Having said that, yeah, I can't believe you didn't linger from across the street, though, and just,
No, I did linger. I did linger for a little bit, but you guys understand. I mean, Sebastian with his Bieber incident, like, you didn't absolutely nail that.
I get it.
And Pete is fucked up in front of Billy Joel. You didn't kill that either.
Huge regret. Huge regret.
And I just didn't want a huge regret.
Should have stayed a fly on the wall that night and let him not even know I was there.
That's
really.
what I did.
So, man. I respect that, man. I respect that.
This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
Biscuit, it's Jimmy from Boston. Petey, I can only imagine that you got a lot of ladies pissed at you. You're yelling at fat girls on the plane, trying to stifle some imaginary movement that you created, and then you're grabbing Sadie by the ankles and carrying her up the stairs like a bucket of water. You're like a modern-day Captain Caveman kid. Later.
If I do one, baby, 1 in 5, no one here gets out alive now. You get yours, mama, I'll get mine. Gonna make it, baby, if we try, yeah.
I had an incident, and I don't want to make this a travel show. Every time we get on the show, it's either myself or Pete that's got a problem traveling. And I don't want to keep going down that road. But, man, as much as we fly, it's hard not to talk about it. And I had an incident on a plane. I was in New Orleans, and I was flying out of New Orleans. I took a gamble, put it this way. I was going to go on the first flight out, 6 a.m., but I caught the last flight out of the day. By the way, when you're in a hurry, Louisiana is no place to be. I mean, nobody's moving in Louisiana. It's bad. So I just got a ticket. I got on the plane. I go to my seat. I'm sitting in 10A. It's the seat right before you get to first class, and they put this netting up. It's really humiliating, this netting that they put up. I mean, just give me a solid curtain. Don't give me the fucking holes. So I'm sitting there, and there's 2 empty seats next to me, and you know when you start getting the feeling towards the end of boarding where you're going, I might have the whole row.
Oh yeah, man. And you're like, oh man, don't even start getting excited about it. Don't even start getting excited about it.
Yeah, I had to push that down because I knew somebody was going to sit there. And based on the timing of it, I knew it was going to be a couple, right? Mm-hmm. Sure enough, couple gets on, and do you ever see people get on the airplane, and as soon as they get on, you know they're going to be a problem, just the way they came around the corner?
Absolutely.
Okay. So this guy, and my apologies to all the musicians out there, but I feel anybody who brings an instrument on the plane is going to be a problem.
I do too, and quite frankly, if you're bringing your instrument on the plane, you're not that good. You're an amateur, so just stuff that shit under your seat. If it don't fit, it ain't my. You know what I mean?
And there's certain instruments I think that qualify the person as being kind of cool. A guy brings a guitar on the plane. Okay, I get it. So this guy comes to this. You don't agree?
That's the one I have the most problem with, man. It's like, you're playing, or it's like, I'll put it to you this way. Jackie started to play once, right? She took lessons, got a guitar, and then when she was working, she had to go to Africa for a month for her job. And I talked her into it, but she flew with her guitar to Africa, and she was going to play in Africa. I was like, you'll be so much better after a month just sitting in that apartment. And she didn't play it once. And I just feel like people are flying all over this country with guitars that they are not going to play when they get where they're going. So just keep them home, please. Can we stop this romantic bullshit? You're not going to play it late at night on the balcony. You're not.
Okay. I didn't even think of it. You bring a good point. Every time I see somebody with an instrument, I go, "Oh, okay, they're in a band." Now you're saying people are traveling with a guitar to play recreational in their hotel room? They're not using it as a means for money or like.
Oh, I bet you 9 out of 10 flying guitars. The plan is to play it on the beach with my wife or my girlfriend, like a knucklehead.
Are you kidding me?
Absolutely,
In case
man.
the campfire breaks out.
Yeah.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Thought. I swear to God, my head didn't even go there. I'm like, oh, guy's in a band, must be doing a solo gig, maybe at a college or at a.
No.
I didn't think people were actually traveling with the guitar, and they were going to do a sing along around the Christmas tree.
How many Marriott by Courtyards? You ever go to those back in the day? They got the little coal pit fire. How many weddings start out with, "Hey, Tad, Kevin, I brought my guitar. If it gets late night, we could go out to the fire pit." Cool, Johnny brought his guitar. It doesn't sing. Johnny flies home with it. It never sniffs the stage. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so now that I got that in my head, I'm going to ask the next person that gets on the plane with an instrument. Excuse me, you in a band? And I just want to see if I'm just taking a survey. I just want to see if they're going to play somewhere or they're just going hoping, a fire pit is at the hotel that they checked into.
Yeah, well, honestly, I hope that never happens again because, quite frankly, and I think I speak on behalf of Lou here too, even I'm uncomfortable hearing that you were flying in coach. What the fuck, guys?
Is everything okay, dude?
Yeah, this is not even good for the show. I do jokes about coach, guy, not you. Stick to your compartment. What are you doing? And by the way, they put that net there instead of the curtain so you can pass bread through like it's World War II in Poland.
Sometimes I got to go in the back to see what's going on.
Yeah, just to get back to your roots, right? Keep it real.
Oh, God. So
Lou,
I'm
you
sitting
did the right thing with Veta, by the way. Back to the story.
So I'm sitting in 10A aisle seat, and sure enough, this couple comes to my row, and the guy's an older guy. I say about 58 years old, and I'm looking at my phone, head down, because I don't talk to nobody on the plane, and I knew that they wanted to get my attention because they were fumbling up above the overhead compartment. I knew they wanted to ask me if they could move my bag. I just felt it. Wow. And sure enough, I get a tap on the shoulder, and I got like headphones on. So I take the headphones off, and I look up, and the guy's like, "Do you mind if I move your bag?" And she chimes in, an English woman. She's like, "Yes, so he could fit his trombone." Trombone?
Holy shit, even if you're the most famous trombone player of all time, it's still a hard no. Lou, is that even a trombone? She seems like she sounded proud to say it too, man.
Yeah,
that he plays a trombone.
Very proud. And I'm like, "Here, sure." So I take my my bag and I put it underneath the seat in front of me. I wouldn't have done that if the seat in front of me was closer, but it was so far away. I'm like, I got plenty of leg room. So
yeah.
I helped the guy out. I put the thing. Now he sits next to me. Now I don't understand this. The guy is about 220. The girl, she's about 120, right? Mm-hmm. Why would the guy go in the center seat? Like, why would you put the guy who's bigger in between two people? Wouldn't you think he would go to the window? And the smaller the woman goes in the middle because she's smaller? Okay.
He's giving her what she wants. She probably wants the aisle, doesn't want to be next to a strange man. So
no, she wants the window. She's by the window.
Oh,
I'm on
well, same thing, man. It's a little separation
from
you.
Gotcha. So I sit there. This guy cracks open, and there's another indication of a problem. I'm sorry, but if you bring a book on the plane, that's more than 255 pages, you're going to be a problem. This guy had a book, 800 pages at least. One of these hardcover, just this guy, he's sitting at his house under a small lamp, just cranking out pages. This guy whips out an 800-page book, right?
Yeah.
Now, I got like a peripheral on the guy just because he's doing a hard read. You ever around someone that you could almost like their eyes, the way they're reading, you could tell that they're reading. Just the way the head's moving. I could tell that, man, this guy's reading like he might as well be reading out loud.
Yeah, like he's really into it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Some of the people you like, you reading, you're just keeping your head down. I get it.
Yeah. So
I do. But he's got a hardcover, 800-page and change book. This guy sounds like a reader.
Oh yeah, no, this guy's definitely a veteran when it comes to knocking out books. So he flicks the page, and again, the page is even loud. Just the way he turns the page, it's got that crack on the page.
Yeah.
And then I hear this. I go, what the? And again, I go, is this guy practicing his trombone without the trombone? This guy's doing trombone techniques while he's reading the book.
Come on, man. You can't write this shit. You cannot write this shit. Are you kidding me, man?
Swear to God, this guy's doing for 30 minutes. Like, if I played the trombone and Lana was on the airplane with me and I started going, Lana go, we ain't doing that on the plane. Like, what? I'm waiting. The wife's got to go, babe, come on, here.
Oh my God.
Oh man, like the book wasn't enough. Then I'm thinking to myself, is he practicing, or does this guy play the trombone so much that this is just his resting? This is what he does when he rests.
I think it's like like football players. They go without pads on Monday and Tuesday, but they still do a runaround. This is him without pads, without the trombone. He just yeah. You still got to keep that muscle working.
Oh man, no, it'd be like a Watt going out for dinner, and if he goes to the bathroom, he does a sprint to the bathroom. It's like when we're not playing, we're not playing.
No, it's not. It's like if it's Watt and it's not the season, but he's still going to go out for a jog. This is this guy's jog, man. I mean, you're saying because he's on the plane, but
yeah,
you can do that anywhere. He's working. Mm-hmm. He's like, baby, I do my lip exercise at the same time That's why he gave it a window. He's like, I'm going to be reading my paper, my hard book here, and I'm going to be practicing my trombone exercises. So
God,
don't even worry about it.
No, I'm sorry. You got to do that in the privacy of your own home.
But was there
go ahead.
Was there a sense of a music? Like was he like doing like I wish I wasn't Dixie? No.
This was like you were saying. This was I think a muscle exercise, a mouth, a lip thing, where he was just keeping it fresh. Now he's doing this for a half an hour, and then I see an apple come out, and I go, "You got to be kidding!" I'm sorry. This is a fruit that should not be enjoyed on an airplane. Have you ever been next to somebody eating an apple?
I would kill to have somebody pull out produce sitting next to me. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's like the golden ticket. The guy pulled out an apple. Everyone around me's pulling out McDonald's and smelly shit. It's a nightmare. I literally do that thing where I cover my face and I go, Jesus Christ, like that, like looking for people to like what you said last week when you go, you ever have somebody say something and they want you to join in and you don't? So, but like an apple, what was your problem with the apple, man?
Oh, you know how loud when you yeah, exactly, with Lou's playing. Yeah, that's what I'm listening to on the airplane.
But there's no smell. It's a healthy choice. It's not some processed crap. And it's a break from the trombone exercises. Hey, come on, man. Really,
No,
overall,
no,
with the engine hum, I mean, come on. Is the apple killing you?
I'm sorry. This guy, a Granny Smith apple guy whipped out, and his first bite into it, I got a little speck of apple juice on my cheek. I'm sorry. You can't eat an apple on an airplane. I'm so sorry to tell you that. It's something. It's something that should be done. That was my plane ride back home from New Orleans, and I'm sorry to get into the travel, but I just had to tell you about this guy. It seems like they find me, man.
No, listen. Thanks for sharing. It was hilarious. I do, by the way, I do see how, like, sometimes dudes at work will come into the writer's room and they'll be chomping on an apple, and it's a pretentious fruit. Like, it's because it is noisy, so when you bite into it, it's like you're saying, look at how healthy I'm being right now with my little fucking apple. So
I agree. I agree. It is a pretentious fruit, but a way to eliminate that would be to come in with an apple that's pre-sliced. It's a lot easier to eat, and you don't make that big noise where you got to break the skin of the apple and sink your teeth. Just a slice, you pop it in your mouth. I think you're all right. But a full-blown apple on the airplane. You ever hear when you pop a can on an airplane, it sounds like the plane's going down, like that. Like, that sound, you don't hear that sound at home, right?
no, it does sound a little more intense on a plane. I'll give you that. My old man eats an apple with whole life. He does this whenever he has an apple. He takes it always with a knife, grabs a steak knife, and it's the thumb peel, like slice a piece, and then pop it in his mouth
off the knife.
Off the knife.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful touch.
I've never seen the old man bite right into an apple. It's a little bouncy. You don't bite right into that fucker. You do a slice off the knife. Yeah.
That's an old school way to do it. It's like it's so dangerous that way because one slip of the hand, you cut your tongue off, right?
Well, yeah. Is it really though? I mean, that's how. For when Sadie was 2 and 3 in the morning for breakfast, when I wanted her to eat a banana or half a banana, and she wouldn't always want it, I would, slice them up, and then I would put it on the tip of a steak knife, and we would take turns. So she would take the steak knife by the handle and slowly put a piece of banana off the tip into my mouth, and I'd go, "Oh, I think you cut my lip!" And then I would take the steak knife, and she'd open her mouth, and I'd stick the steak knife in with the banana. And, she'd only get the banana, but she thought it was so dangerous. And I'd get a whole banana down her throat.
All right, Lou, I don't know if you're feeling the same way I'm feeling here. And I'm sure the listeners just pulled over in the car. You're feeding Sadie with a steak knife? I mean,
was she upside down, being held by her ankles?
Oh, bro, I don't know what kind of technique that is.
But what are you talking? It's fantastic. First of all, when you take the steak knife and you take a banana slice, right? Like the size of a quarter but thick, maybe like 2 inches thick, and you put the tip of the steak knife on it. Barely, if anything, the tip of the steak knife is coming out of the other end of the banana. And then I slowly bring it to her mouth, and I'll open your mouth, and as I'm getting closer, I'll look at her. I'm like, "This is crazy. What do we do with this?" And she's like, "Just go for it, Dad." And you stick it in, and you come on. She thinks it's a big deal. It's nothing. I thought about cutting her once just to keep the game, like give it some, let her know it's real. They're playing for.
Wow.
Nah, you guys like to take a mountain out of a molehill, but listen, bro, we do flying stuff. It's just. A part of the show. It's not the whole show because
I get it.
I gotta add one more to it. Mine is very short, but I'm flying again my 5:40 a.m. flight, and I'm sound asleep, and I'm obviously haven't sniff first class in a while, as I told you, and I kind of do a rollover, and it's when you fly that early, they keep the lights out and everything else, and I just see the flight attendant in front of the woman sitting next to me with a tray of waters. And I go, "Oh, I'll take one." And I grab a water. Because a lot of times that early, it's such a short flight, they don't even serve coffee. So I sip the water. I open up my eyes again about 2 minutes later, maybe 3 minutes later, whatever. The flight attendant's coming back, and she's handing the woman next to me a hot cup of coffee, individually, that she walked from the kitchen and brought to her. And I look at her and I go, oh, I'm sorry, I'll take a coffee too, please, thanks. And she looks at me and she goes, I wish you would have told me that when I went to get her coffee. Now, you got to understand, I didn't even hear any discussion of coffee. I looked up and just saw water being handed out. So she says that to me, and I look at her, and I'm trying to think of something to say, and after like 2 seconds, I go, I got nothing. And then I look at her, I go, 2 sugars, 2 milks, thanks. 2 creams, 2 sugars, thanks. And she walks away, and I look at the lady next to me, and I go, I didn't hear a call. And she goes, it wasn't you at all. I go, right? What? I don't even get that, man. So she comes back, huffing and puffing, and hands me my coffee. As soon as she hands me a coffee, she's about to walk away. The guy behind me goes, can I get one of those? I'd love one of those. And I'm like, oh, nah, just get the tray, lazy ass. Do you believe this? I wish you would have told me soon. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Where are you getting the coffee? Out of the belly of the plane, lady? It's fucking right up there. Holy shit.
I do see where she's coming from a little bit, with the constant runbacks for coffee because it is a hot item. And I'm sorry, I can't get on board with you here. You're one of those people that sees something that somebody else got and go, ooh, can I have one of those too? Oh God, does that bother me?
Lou, this is all because of the Apple, Lou. You know that. 'Cause this is all because we weren't on board with the Apple.
I'm okay with it.
What are you talking about? They come on. They don't always offer coffee, so I didn't think it was a coffee day. I'm not that person, bro. I know that person. I can't stand that person. Oh, that looks good.
Oh, God.
Lastly, I want to say overall about flying, and I don't know if you've even been noticing because this is just generally in the airport. I am starting to see, and I'm getting concerned, and I'm just going to leave it out there. I even have a photo I'll send to confirm. We can put it on the website. More and more grown men flying in pajama bottoms up until about noon. It's what's going on with this guy?
Yeah, it's getting real casual real fast, and it's got to come to a complete halt because the lack of thought and the lack of preparation that people are taking prior to going to the airport is basically null and void. There is none.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just finding the pajama bottoms, it's seeming to be like a cool thing, like something. I'm seeing young men, boys, I say boys, 25, 24-year-old kids, and then men, coiffed, hair done, hot coffee, well packed. But even wearing North Face jackets, but with still their pajama bottoms with sneakers because it's still early, like a hip thing, dude.
Oh,
it's
no,
scaring me, man.
I don't know. I don't style choice.
Well, up until a couple days ago, I was right like you. I'm like, oh, people are rolling out of bed like animals, and then I'm like, wait, some of these people aren't animals. They look kind of normal. Is this like a hip thing going on? Oh, so I'm getting a little concerned with that, man.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's got to come to an end. That and these dogs in the airport. I'm so sorry. That's like the Qatar. It's like, what are you bringing your dog to the other side? It's like if it's a dog show, I could see it. But what are we doing? Traveling with the dog? Come on, man.
Can't swing a dead cat without hitting a fucking dog in an airport. It's ridiculous, man. You're right.
It is. It's bad. It's like a kennel at the gate. It's a kennel.
They have kennels at the airport. Do you believe that?
No, they do.
I mean, not kennels, but like those piss areas, relief stations.
You gotta take that to that. So that was the travel segment of the Pete and Sebastian Show. By the way, if you're a new listener to the Pete and Sebastian Show, we are on Sirius XM Raw Dog Channel 99 on Fridays, and you could also catch us on Apple Podcasts, as well as a variety of different platforms. But Pete's a comedian, I'm a comedian. We get together once a week. We talk about our personal, professional lives, and we've been doing this now for about 4 or 5 years maybe. There's a back catalog of about 300 plus episodes that you guys could look at, and we have a really good time doing it. So I want to just introduce the new listeners to us, and we have DJ Lou on the ones and twos, giving us production value you don't see in any other podcast /show out there. So I want to get. Oh yeah.
Lou, we're your favorite show, right, Lou?
Yeah, of course you're my favorite, Pete. I just came from a show that asked me if they were my favorite, so I just sorry.
Really? Wow. All right. Ooh, that's weird.
I don't have to have a favorite. We're making separate things.
Yeah, it's all separate. It's all individual, custom-made entertainment for a variety of different people. But I think we have the best fans in the business by far. These people are loyalists. They come out to the shows, and they feel like they're part of a secret society with our show. But that being said, I went and got the Christmas tree, 9.5 feet. It's not decorated yet. We're still in the process of the decorating procedure, or whatever you want to call it. And it's in the garage right now and I'm leading up to this because I just sent Pete a nice spread of our home in Architectural Digest this month. I think it's the January issue, but it's on stands right now. And I'm very proud of the piece, and I should say very proud of my wife, because the piece features my wife's artwork as well as some of the artwork she has done and made it into area rugs and carpeting not carpeting, but area rugs for the house. So it features Lana's artwork and her definite talent with interior design and working with one of the top designers in the world, and Kelly Wersler. So go ahead.
We usually get into these things more organic. I'm sorry. I was going to get into that momentarily.
Right.
So I want to make you sit there trying to plug this stuff yourself, but I want to discuss this. Lou, you know what this was? Did you see it?
Wait, hold on. Did you hear that? Did you just hear that? Was that Coke?
Coke.
Did somebody just open a can?
Yeah. I got my Mexican beers.
That was as loud as it was on an airplane.
I hear it all the time. He always does it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't even hear that. That's the first one I really heard loud and clear. I should get like a tequila or something.
Go ahead. That's why you guys are my favorite.
Should get a tequila. Yeah, Lou, that ship is sailed. I just texted Sebastian that we're trying to find another guy. You're done, guy. You had your chance. Who's your favorite show? Oh, you have to think about it. We don't make out and then let you go make out with somebody else, guy. Beat it.
No, I wasn't doing a self promotion. I was trying to lead into the fact that we don't have the tree decorated because we're still doing some photos for another publication around the house, and they can't have the Christmas tree. Christmas tree's in the garage right now. Waiting.
Oh, okay. So you can't. Gotcha. Well, you sent. Just before the show it came through, and I didn't get a chance to read the article, but I was seeing you sent this thing to me and what of the your house, and for all the listeners out there, Lou, you notice too when you see like articles of famous people when they go to their homes and they say, "Oh, we're at the lovely home of blah blah blah, and designed by blah blah blah," which all the stuff Sebastian was saying, and they got all these shots of your house, which looks unbelievable, by the way. What is that like? I mean, how do you feel about that? Like, I mean, it's one thing to send photos to friends of your house, but like now people are like, that's where they watch TV right now.
Yeah, it is a little like kind of pulling back the curtain a little bit, and your privacy is a little shattered. But for us, it was more, the designer is the one that kind of spearheaded this, because she's never done a project quite like this, in the fact that there's a lot of color in the house, and it kind of reflects mainly Lana's personality. To be honest with you, I don't really know too much about design. I let Lana kind of just run wild with it, and I was a little concerned that it was going to be highly designed where you're not going to feel comfortable, but the way it turned out, you really, really feel part of the home, and we're really happy with about it. I'm just happy that Lana's getting the exposure and the recognition that she deserves from all the hard work she's put into her career. So hopefully this will definitely open some doors for her. But you're right, it does give that, oh my God, is that where they make eggs? It's a little. It's a little
I mean, Where do you think they put the Christmas tree? Probably right there, and then they. But what was I gonna say? Oh shoot, it was on the tip of my tongue. The house does look beautiful, and can we put that on the Facebook page? That article?
Yeah, we're going. It's going to go on a couple social media sites prior to me posting it on any of mine. So as soon as they do that, I'll pop it up on the Pete and Sebastian Show Facebook page, which is the Pete and Sebastian Show. You could check it out there. Speaking of highly designed things, do we get into the fact that Watt's walking around with a lion cane? Did you see him on Fallon?
I don't have cable. I didn't see it on Fallon. I was told he had it on Fallon, but of course, I saw the photos he sent us of the cane. But how was it on Fallon? Like,
I didn't see it. I didn't see him on Fallon. I just saw a photo with the cane. It was almost like he brought the cane in as a second guest. The cane had its own seat next to him.
Is the cane all decor, or is he doing like a like a little waddle with it? Like,
I haven't seen him walk with it yet. However, I've seen a couple other photos on his Instagram where he's walking around in a suit, no cane. So I gotta ask him if he whips out the cane for specific reasons, or if what is he trying to be? Fred Astaire? What is it with the cane? Like,
yeah.
if you had a leg problem, would you get a cane or a crutch?
I had a cane for a little while when I threw out my back, so every time I stepped on my right leg for about a week, I had to use the cane. And it definitely helped. And like when I would get out of the car, my cane was a wooden one with a hook. When I get out of a car, sometimes I would literally hook it on something and like pull myself out, like climb up it. But his cane is more like get your bitches in line cane.
Like a pimp, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a silent protest on the women's movement I've been talking about. And I don't know, man. We do a lot of talk on this show about, and we do it texting-wise, and I'm not kidding when I say it. I see a day where Watt in the Oval Office, and you and I are like what Dean and Frank were trying to do to get Kennedy in. This is what we're trying to do to get Watt in.
I think we might produce the inauguration.
I'm not kidding. And he's feeling it, and he's trying to let them know, yes, I am an athlete and 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, but I am a distinguished gentleman. And I think a cane was his way of saying, look into the future, little Franklin Delano Roosevelt cane action. Teddy Roosevelt had a cane, too.
I think he looks great in the cane, and we have to give it up for Watt. Sportsman of the Year, Sports Illustrated gave him that award. So rightfully so. The guy raised over $30 million for the people of Houston. And I tell you what, this guy's fundraising ability is tremendous, and I see a definite candidacy 2024, 2028 maybe for Watt and friends. And if I know Watt, we will be in the Oval Office and have maybe a permanent guest room in the White House.
100%. I mean, it's a joke, but it's not a joke. I'm serious, man. I just really, it's rolling that way. It's rolling that way. Congrats to Watt. That cane is ridiculous, man. I mean, that cane, by the way, it looks gold. I don't know what he said on Fallon, whether it's not totally gold, but if it's totally gold, I tell you where some of that hurricane money went then. Went to the top of that cane.
That's an edit.
Why? Of all things?
It's just slander. It's not even true.
How do you, Lou? Are you on Quaaludes right now? You're very hippie-esque. You said love before twice, and that's not true. What are you talking about? I'm just joking, guy. Did you get that deal, Sebastian?
No, you're right.
No, I can't leave the microphone here. My wife must have took my baby somewhere. Sorry, our
if
baby.
you want to go get one, we can wait. I don't want to put peer pressure on you. I'm just saying.
You know what? Let me get a little sip. Let me get a sip. Hold on.
All right. Do it up. Lou, you man up in the meantime.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm only kidding with you, pal. You know that.
Yeah, we had a little party before.
Oh, no. Are you serious? I was right.
I know.
By the way, guys, here's a little promo for Don Julio. Don Julio makes an excellent tequila. It's called 1942. That is my tequila of choice. I know some people were kind of tweeting at me, asking me what I drink when it comes to tequila, and you can't get a better tequila than 1942. But I'm always open to new and exciting tequilas. So please tweet at me, Sebastian Comedy, if you got a tequila that's worth trying. I'd love to try it for the holidays. Totally into the Christmas spirit. I don't know about you guys, but
yes.
Where are we with Christmas? Are we in it? Are we out of it? Are we buying gifts? What are we doing?
We're so into it. By the way, I just want you to know, Lou's drunk. I just found out.
Oh, he's tanked?
Yup, that's why he's being all loopy.
Wow.
Like, lovey.
Wow.
Buzzed?
Yeah.
So,
all right, Lou.
It's the company Christmas party tonight.
oh, that's huge.
So
And it's there?
everybody's like starting early, and shit, I can't.
Oh, is he's tanked?
Oh, my.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I know.
I just have cotton mouth. I just give me a moment.
Holy God.
All right, go on.
Oh man.
Lou, this is this is you getting warmed up? You're already done.
I'm a little loaded.
Wow.
What do you got? Beers over there? Or?
Vodka. It's Big J Okerson's birthday, so we were doing shots. God, I sound drunk. All right.
Oh, I did not see. Now I'm really hearing it. Like
Yeah.
in the beginning, I didn't really, I wasn't privy to it. But now I'm definitely sensing Lou's inability to form a sentence.
I'm sorry, guys. I let you down.
Lou, you're not letting us down. We just want to ask you a question, man. Are you enjoying yourself? Do you need to take a leak? Do you want to do this? Or,
I mean, not now. I was.
Well, like, why not now? Like, no one cares that you're drunk. I'm on my second beer. He's having a tequila. Like, so if you're into it, that's cool. But if you're, like, huffing and puffing and don't want to be here, that's, like, not good for us. Like, we'd rather just have you hang up and we'll do it without you. I don't know how else to put it, because I'm in a good mood. And I don't want to hang out with someone who's not in a good fucking mood.
Yeah, I'm in a good mood. Yeah. Why am I embarrassed? I can just edit out the embarrassing parts. Go on.
Well, why can you just stop sounding like a frustrated suburban housewife? Do you need to take a leak or something? What can we do to
I
make?
have such cotton mouth that my lips are attacking my face.
Go get some
Yeah.
water. We'll be here. We'll be here. Just go get some water.
All right, talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, why don't you look for a church basement while you're at it too? Guys, talk about needing an AA meeting. Holy shit.
Oh wow,
All right.
man, we're hitting new strides here on the Pete and
Boy.
Sebastian show.
Now, as you know, the San Diego Zoo is one of the finest zoos in the world, and we have had this young lady on the show very often the past, I guess, 7 or 8 years. She's been appearing with us.
9 years. About 9 years.
Right, yeah. Several plus several will be about 9.
You said 7 or 8.
No, I
It's
said,
been-
no, I didn't say 7 or 8. I said several.
Then you said 7 or 8, and I said
Did
it's
I?
9. Yes.
9. Good, thank you.
Some of the animals you had as babies are now 10 years old.
That would be about right.
Remember the animals that did something funny on your tie?
Yes,
Those little lions and little baby lions were 1 year old.
that's right.
They are now treacherous and ferocious 10-year-old animals.
Okay. Anyway, Joan Embry is here tonight.
And she's now 32.
That's right. Joan is an animal handler and a trainer. And you really think you're fooling everybody, don't you?
No.
And she
I'm
also...
just here to do my best to help you.
I know that. And she does her 3 horse shows a day. Did you know that? At the animal park.
Boy,
What?
what an exciting idea.
Would you like an army cot or something? Maybe just to kind of catch up on a little,
No.
little nappy poo? Just might snap you right out of it. Okay.
I love Joan. I'm the only one who went down to see Joan. Doc has never seen her. You've never seen her. I went to the wild animal
It's
farm.
all right. It's all right. It's okay.
But you're upsetting me. You're
No,
upsetting me.
no. I don't upset you.
I went down, Joan, and I
I know you
wrote it.
did. That's all right.
Don't say.
What?
I know her. I went down there.
Oh, I know you did. I know you went down there. And
I held a baby gorilla.
I couldn't go with you that week. You held a baby gorilla. Good, all right. And let's get her out here quickly. Would you welcome join us?
The Pete and Sebastian Show.
Dude, not only am I into Christmas, I got to tell you, I got a problem. Last week I go home, right, and Saturday in our town, which was so great, they have a little Christmas tree lighting on Main Street, and they have a giant, oversized horse and carriage that can hold like 16 people at a pop, and 2 big black Clydesdale horses. And the Christmas carols are playing, and they're giving free horse rides around the town. And there's not even a line. You could go twice if you wanted. It's a small town. It's great. And then Santa comes. And he's pretty good. Old guy, beard, everything you want. Now, again, it's small town, and there's only like, at this point when Santa comes, there's like, I don't know, maybe 15 kids. And Mrs. Claus is there, too. And they're just there to say hi, right? And Sadie goes, Santa, there's Santa. And she goes up to him. And it's like, the guy, he's got no sack. He's just standing there with Mrs. Claus. And yeah, he's old and he's got a white beard, but like, and it's a decent suit. But like, there's no glitz and glam to any of it. It's just, it's a little too, he didn't come in on the horse and carriage. He's just standing there, right? Yeah. So Sadie says a few words to him. And then I go to Jackie, I'm going to tell her that it's not the real Santa. And she goes, why? I go, I don't want her to think this is the real guy. I'm not digging this vibe. And she goes, all right, whatever. So I turn around, I get down on my knee. I go, Sadie, that's not the real Santa. Santa knows this guy and just sends it. It is too, Dad. I go, no, it's not. He's not the real guy. She, Dad, it is too. And I go, oh, really? You think? Am I wrong? Yeah, you're wrong. I go, okay, I'm wrong. Wow, how exciting. She goes, yeah, Dad. So I let it be. Now, I turn around. Now we're waiting for the horse and carriage. It's about 5 minutes later. I turn around. There's no more kids with Santa. So I look over. Now, there's a fountain we have, a little fountain. And Santa's sitting by the fountain by himself. Mrs. Claus, I'm not kidding you, bro. She's coming out of the Sunoco gas station with a fucking Sprite. No car or nothing, just walking across. And I'm like, what are they doing? I go, Jack, what are they doing? And then Sadie sees him, man. She goes, I'm going to go talk to Santa some more. He's just sitting by the fountain. I go, leave Santa alone. No, Dad, I'm going to go talk to him. And then she goes over to him, and, she's talking to him for like 5 minutes. And we're watching, and a few other kids are. And he's just sitting there. He's scratching his head, bro, sitting on the fountain. And she comes back, and I go, what did you say? I just said, when you're going back. And he's like, soon. And I'm like,
God, soon.
And Jackie goes, well, how's it any different, Pete, than seeing Santa at a mall? I go, because there's lights. There's an elf. It's a big thing. There's a line. It's like, I go, this guy's lingering. Do you feel that, like me, Sebastian, I feel like he's taking away the glamour of Santa. Like this, I don't want my daughter laying in bed thinking, yeah, Santa was just chilling by the fountain. Mrs. Claus got a Sprite.
Yeah, I agree with you. I believe that Santa should only be seen in the castle, at the mall, and not kind of outside that setting. I don't want to see Santa walking back to his Ford Escort getting in with the outfit.
That's what I'm saying, man. And if he's going to be somewhere, like even they're going to do the thing where he knocks on your house, you do something, it's got to be in and out. Oh, my God, it's Santa. Got to go now. I got to get back. A lot of toys to make. Hey, going over to the fountain, my daughter's saying, what are you doing? And you're saying nothing?
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get the sitting by the fountain, scratching your head, contemplating how the hell you got to be Santa Claus. I'm not into that. It loses the mystery and the vibe of Santa Claus, and it just kind of ruins it for the kids. I think if you got to take the serious Santa Claus approach if you're going to be Santa. I mean, if I was playing Santa at the mall, I would have a secret room that I went into. You know how they have those like little, those kind of like gingerbread houses or whatever they make. He slips into that, takes the outfit out, he comes out, and no one knows he's Santa Claus.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was kind of like this in-between thing, I look like the guy, I give out some gifts, but then I'm going to stick around. It's got to be a big entry, and a big exit.
Totally agree with that. I got to take Serafina to go see Santa Claus and trying to figure out. That's a big one, man. That's the first Christmas Santa Claus take.
You gonna do the photo? Put her on Santa's lap.
Yeah, I did the photo, Santa's lap.
By the way, are you? Is your front lawn on fire right now? I haven't even brought that up.
15 miles away, those fires were almost crossed the
lose back.
Lose back.
Oh my God! Wow. This is a whack show.
So yeah, no, thanks for asking. We're good. Fires were not really near us, but they were. But I think they got it handled. But the cars, the furniture, they all got ash all over the place. So yeah, it's pretty intense out here in California with these fires.
Yeah, man, unbelievable.
So last night, speaking of fires, I was near the fires last night. There was a charity event that my wife belongs to, this charity that helps families. I belong to it too. I'm going to be doing something with them in 2018. But my wife went to this meeting first for the charity, and then after that they were having a party at the house. It was a gift wrapping party, and you had to wear a stupid Christmas sweater, one of those ugly Christmas sweaters. That was the theme. So my wife says, come to the wrapping party. I said, all right, I'll come. And I wore this stupid vest. I pull up. Of course, this is LA. There's valet parking for a wrapping party, right?
Yeah.
So I asked the valet, I go, hey, any guys in there? He goes, no. He goes, so I'm the only guy? He goes, yeah, there's about, 50 to 60 women. So I said, all right, let me go down the street. I go down the street. I call my wife. I go, look around. Is there any guys in there? She goes, no. I go, I ain't going in a room full of 60 women having wine and cheese and wrapping gifts. Would you do that?
I'm laughing at you go and you make the phone call. But what if she said there's two guys? What are you gonna do? Hang out with those two guys? You don't like you might not even like those two guys.
Well,
so
she looks around and she starts laughing because she just realized what's going on. She goes, no. Oh, there's one. I go, is he the homeowner? And she's like, yeah. I go, yeah, that's why he's there, because he owns the property. There's no other guy that put on his fucking vest and came to this thing voluntarily.
That's why you're a great hubby. Oh, it's funny.
So I said, listen, I'm going to sit here for 15 minutes. I'm going to wait till the party populates with some men. Then I'm going to come in. So I waited 15 minutes. I turned around. I came back up to the valet. I go, any guys yet? He goes, one. But I don't know if there's any more. I go, listen, just park the car. Let me go in. So I go in, and sure enough, all girls and me. The one guy that's there is gay, and which is, it's a wrapping party. It's like, come on.
That's their Super Bowl.
Oh man! So
yeah.
I'm in the party, and I see my wife. Now my wife, you give her like a theme, she goes above and beyond. Not only does she got a stupid Christmas sweater on, she's got like red like leather pants with those those abominable snowman boots, like big, like white furry boots, and she's dressed. She blew everybody out of the water with the outfit, and I come in with the vest, right? So the first group of girls I'm talking to, we're just kind of talking and whatnot, and my wife goes, I'm upset because my wife laid out my outfit. She had Santa Claus suspenders that I didn't put on. I just put the vest on. She goes, Maddie, just put the vest on and not the Santa Claus suspenders. And one of the women goes, oh, I thought that vest was what he wore. Now, the vest was horrendous. Now, if the woman thought I wore the vest, it was like part of my wardrobe. I go, oh, man. Either this vest is that good or it's that bad. So the whole time I'm looking around for like the guys that are there. I finally find the homeowner who I know and a buddy of his, and it was one of those conversations where they were talking and they didn't include me in the conversation. You ever in a conversation where it's just like two guys or three guys talking, and then you're like the odd man out, like on the fringe, where they're never like including you? Like, let's put it this way: if I'm talking to somebody and you came up, I would go, my good friend Pete, John. John is my manager or whatever, and Pete's a comedian. I do a show with the Pete and Sebastian Show, and boom. And then I'd say to you, since you just came into the conversation, I said, John and I are talking about the Miami Dolphins game on Sunday. Did you see it? And that's the way I include you in the conversation, right?
Absolutely.
It didn't happen this way. I was like waiting for them to toss me the baton.
Yeah.
Never came.
What?
You're literally sitting there like a spectator watching a tennis match?
Yeah.
Oh, these guys.
Yeah, I was a spectator in the conversation. It was one of those things where I was looking for an escape route out, and my escape route was the they had like past hors d'oeuvres. You ever get the past hors d'oeuvres, take it, and peel out of a conversation? You almost kind of follow the woman out like you're going to go help her bring out the next tray.
When you say escape route, meaning like to
get out.
Because I know, but like they didn't care. You just wanted to make it look organic.
Yeah, I wanted to make it look like, oh, you need more help with the pigs in the blanket? No problem.
I'm not going to address the elephant in the room that you two animals aren't even talking to me. So I'm going to. What about you ever walk into a conversation and you can tell they do it, they try to do it like smooth and organically, again, not to use that word twice, but you can tell that they just wrapped it up because you got there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I want to be like, yeah, I know you just wrapped up whatever shit you were talking about.
Now, do you think that, like, I would love to know what they're talking about, because I'm wondering why they're shutting it down. Because are they talking about something at the party? Are they talking about my vest? What are these guys talking about that they had to nip it as soon as I came up?
Oh, man, that drives me nuts, man. Did I tell you I got this thing down here? Lou, are you there?
Yeah, sorry.
It's like, you know what it's like now, Sebastian? You're out with your date. You're out with your date, and she's drunk, and you're pretending she's not. You're like, baby, can you pass me the salt? I'm going to tell him that. There's a guy, I've mentioned before that I overlisten to conversations in the locker room. And there's this one guy specifically, this Italian guy, older than me, and he just, I don't say hi to any of these people, but I hear this guy all the time, and he's so funny that I'm getting to the point where, like once in a while he'll go, take care, guy, to me, and that's it. But I want to, like, invite him to my next show, and I want to do a couple of the things that he says on stage. So he'll be like, holy shit, this guy's a comedian, and he's doing my stuff. Like, to show him. If I can get 5 of them, I want to say, you know, some people wonder where we get this stuff, and sometimes it's stuff other people say. Luke, can you keep that going? I was loving that. Like this guy in the locker room, and, like, mention him.
Oh,
but not,
yeah.
Like, bring him to the show when I, like, do the bit for the first time. Because, like, I don't know if I told you the latest one about the unwanted advances that he said. I don't know if I told you this. Cut me off if I did.
Okay, no, I know of the guy. I don't know of the specific unwanted advance.
So he goes, the other day I'm in there and I'm getting dressed, and I hear him saying to the other guy he always talks to, he goes, oh, now with this, who was he? He goes, you hear Matt Lauer? He lost everything. He's going to lose the fucking horse farm. He's going to lose the horse farm. Yeah. And then he goes, with these unwanted advances. He goes, that's what everything is. It's an unwanted advance. It was an unwanted. Man, whatever happened to a swing and a miss? You know what I'm saying? He goes, how do I know that you don't want me to advance unless I advance and say hello to you? All right? Then you say, get the fuck out of here. Oh, hey, it's an unwanted advance. What do I know? Right, Tommy? It used to be a swing and a miss.
Oh, whatever happened? Whatever happened to swing and a miss?
Oh, this guy's good.
Yeah, he is good. Right? So wouldn't it be cool to take a bunch of his things and then say this guy says this funny stuff and then invite him to a show? Go, hey man, come here. Oh, I am. Ba ba ba. Boom. Anyway, I don't know.
So he doesn't even know you're a comedian. This guy.
No. Sometimes they look at me like, that happened recently, dude. I was in the JFK airport. Did I tell you that? And the security lady, I was getting ready to go through security, and she goes, you can't bring the coffee through, Pete. And did I tell you this one? I was like,
no.
Man, it happens once in a while. I go, oh, how'd you know my name was Pete? Dude, how embarrassing. She points to my Starbucks cup, and
oh, God.
Oh, God, I thought she saw me on TV. She pointed at the cup.
That's embarrassing.
So where do we get this magazine, by the way, of the spread of your house?
So, yeah, Architectural Digest on stands right now. Check it out. The cover, I believe, says the 100 top designers, and our home is featured in there. As long as we're in the area of plug-in shit.
This one means a lot to me. That I want to say it again. The 6th annual Patrice O'Neill Comedy Benefit on the main stage, February 20th in New York City. Listen, this Bill Burr is on this thing. He runs the whole thing. Rich Voss hosts it. It's raising money for a benefit, Patrice O'Neill and the family. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you can go to my website or just Google Patrice O'Neill Benefit and it'll come up, man. February 20th.
There you have it. December 8th, Friday night tonight, Louisville, Kentucky, Brown Theater. December 9th, St. Louis, Peabody Opera House. And December 10th, the last show of the Why Would You Do That tour. 122 shows culminates December 10th in Nashville, Tennessee at the James K. Polk Theater. Now, Stay Hungry Tour starts January in Montreal. Tickets are on sale right now for the Brigada in end of June, beginning of July. Tickets are on sale. 5 shows. Check out SebastianLive.com for information. Also, guys, Stay Hungry book is on sale right now. Pre-order at Amazon. Great Christmas gift if you want to give somebody a gift of the last 20 years of my life in stand-up comedy. You could order it off of Amazon, and you will get the book February 27th when it is released worldwide. Had a great time with you guys tonight. Lou,
I did too. Yeah.
Lou, please take care of yourself tonight. Maybe Uber. Space it out. Space them out moving forward. Don't get too tanked.
And I love you, Lou. I really do, pal. Have a great time tonight. Right. I do. I had a great time hanging. All the listeners, a lot of fun. Thanks for always listening, bro.
See ya.
The show has ended.
And then I hear this. I go, what the f-? And again. I go, is this guy practicing his trombone without the trombone? This guy's doing trombone techniques while he's reading the book.